Hi, and welcome to episode 1 of Gill story 0 to 11. In this story, we will cover the journey till the first property that I purchased for me and my better half. After migrating to Australia in 2016, August 2016 to be precise, it took me 1.5 years to find a permanent job. The reason, because I came from an automobile background and the automobile industry is extinct or on the path of extinction in Australia. So it was only in January 2018 that I got a permanent job. And the moment I got a permanent job, we set out to hunt for a principal place of residence or the first home or the house that we live in. Now, the mortgage broker had made it clear to us that based on our earnings and our savings, we could buy a property up to $850,000 approximately. But we did not go for a property at $850,000. We wanted to buy something under $600,000. Now, why so? Because we were consciously aware and we had a plan to invest into property right from the start. So if we would have consumed the maximum limit of whatever is our borrowing capacity, we would have to wait a long time to get that borrowing capacity for the next property or the first investment property, and also to accumulate a deposit. So consciously we went for a property at under $600,000, and we bought our principal place of residence at $539,000 to be precise. Now, instead of buying at 850, if we bought at 539, we probably have left $300,000 of borrowing capacity, and additional borrowing capacity would come in based on the rent of the next property. While buying, what are our main concerns? Our main concerns were, or the main points that we wanted in the property was, it should be 10 minutes walk to the train station, 10 minutes walk to the shopping center, 10 minutes walk to schools, etc., etc. What important points we also kept in mind is that the looks of a property can be changed, but the location and the land size cannot be changed. So these were some of our must-haves and things that we are conscious about while buying our first property or the principal place of residence. And the moment it settled, we were planning onto the next property. Now, we were planning as to by when will we get a deposit ready for the next property. Also, we were also planning about what is the next location that we will be looking for our first investment property, or in other words, our second property. So the key takeaways out here will be, one, that although we had a budget of $850K from the bank, or a maximum purchase price of $850K from the bank, we did not go for a $850K purchase. We went for a $540K purchase. Second, the most important point was that looks of a property can be changed, but the location and its land size cannot be changed. So we did buy a property that needed some amount of work, but we bought a property in an established suburb rather than going for a house and land package. And third, the moment this property was purchased, or even before we were signing the contract of sale, I was keeping a track of what will be our borrowing capacity if the moment this settles in a year's time, we go and buy our second property. So if we have enough buffer for the loan, as well as if we have enough deposit, and by when that deposit will be accumulated for the second property. That's all for this video. Thank you for joining us today, and I look forward to seeing you in the second video. Thank you.